this lecture we will cover the next topic of our unit number 2, that is MOSFET. Now the learning outcomes. After studying these topics, students will be able to classify the different types of MOSFETs, then the enhancement type of MOSFETs construction and its working, and the VI characteristics of the eMOSFETs. Before going to start the MOSFET directly, let's see what is FET. Now FET stands for field effect transistors. Now field effect transistors are the unipolar devices. Now what is unipolar devices? As we know, in case of bipolar junction transistor, the conduction is takes place due to both electrons as well as the holes. But in case of the FET or field effect transistors, the conduction is takes place due to only one type of the majority carriers. It will be either by holes or the electrons. Now there are mainly two types of FETs are there. First one is a junction field effect transistor, that is JFET, and the second one is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, that is MOSFET. Means MOSFET stands for the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Now let's see the classification of the field effect transistors. Now the field effect transistors are basically divided into or classified into two types. First one is your junction field effect transistor, that is JFET, and second one is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, that is MOSFETs. And JFETs are only one type, that is a depletion type of mode, and again there are two types of depletion type of mode, that is N channel and P channel JFETs. But the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors, that is MOSFETs, are basically divided into or classified into two modes, that is first one is depletion mode and second one is enhancement mode. And for depletion mode as well as for enhancement mode, again these are divided into two types, that is N channel depletion mode or P channel depletion mode. Similarly, N channel enhancement mode or P channel enhancement mode. Now let's see the construction of the N channel eMOSFET. Now if you see the symbolic representation of your N channel eMOSFET, then there are basically three terminals, that is drain, gate and source, where gate is the control voltage or gate is the control terminal in case of your MOSFET. And the first figure indicates the or shows that the construction diagram of the enhancement type of MOSFET, N channel enhancement type of MOSFET. Now the main difference between the depletion type of MOSFET and enhancement type of MOSFET is that in case of your enhancement type of MOSFET, the channel between between the drain and source is absent. But in case of your depletion type of MOSFET, the channel between drain and source is present. That is the main difference between the depletion type of MOSFET and the enhancement type of MOSFET. Now let's see the construction diagram of your enhancement type of MOSFET. Now in construction, a slab of p-type semiconductor, that is silicon, which is used as a substrate, and this substrate is sometimes connected with the source or it brought as the fourth terminal. The drain and source terminals are connected to the N-type heavily doped region through the metallic contacts. But the most important point is that there is no channel is present between these two and heavily doped N-type. So, and the insulating SiO2 layer is present, which isolates the gate terminal from the substrate. Now the main objective, as there is no channel between the N doped region, so there is no possibility to flow the drain current, that is ID. So what is our objective? To flow the drain current, that is ID, we have to enhance the channel by applying proper value of your VGS, that is gate to source voltage, or by enhancing the channel between two N doped region to flow the drain current. Now let's see how to enhance the N channel between two heavily doped N regions. Now first of all, we can enhance this channel by using two categories. First one is your VGS equals to 0. Now let's see the operation in two categories, that is when VGS equals to 0 and when when VGS is positive. Now what is VGS? VGS is nothing but the gate to source voltage. Now here the gate terminal is connected with the positive terminal of battery and the source is connected with the negative terminal of battery. Similarly, VDS is also positive, that is drain terminal is connected with the positive terminal of battery and the negative terminal is connected with the source. And as first of all, there is no channel is present between two heavily doped N regions, that's why there is no possibility to flow of current from source to drain. So for this flow of current, we are going to enhance the channel between these two heavily doped N channel. Now how to enhance this channel? Now first of all, if suppose VGS equals to 0, that is gate to source voltage equals to 0. Now when VGS equals to 0 and the positive voltage is applied between the drain and source, that is VDS is positive, then due to the absence of the N channel between drain and source, the drain current should be result equals to 0. Now if suppose VGS is positive, means when VGS is greater than that of your 0 volt, then what will happen? The positive potential at gate terminal will repel the holes in the P substrate, and this results in the creation of depletion region near the SiO2 insulating layer. But the minority carriers, that is electrons in the p-type substrate, will attracted towards the positive gate terminal and gather near the SiO2 layer. So as we increase the positive gate to source voltage, that is VGS, then the number of electrons gathering near the SiO2 layer will increase, and the electron concentration near SiO2 layer increases to such extent that this will induce the channel N channel, which connects the N type dope region, and the drain current then starts flowing through this induced channel, and the value of VGS at which the conduction begins, this is known as the threshold voltage, and it is mainly indicating by the VT or VGS, that is TH, that is threshold voltage. In this way, how to enhance the channel between two N-type doped region? As once the channel is enhanced between two N-doped region, then the drain current will start flow from drain to source, and that indicates our MOSFET is in on condition. Now the N-channel e-MOSFET characteristics. Now the picture shows the N-channel e-MOSFET characteristics. Now first graph shows the transfer characteristics. First of all, transfer characteristics is the graph of VGS versus ID, where VGS is the gate to source voltage and ID is the drain current. As we have seen the working of our e-MOSFET, then our observation is that when we increase the value of your VGS, then the number of electrons gathering at the SiO2 layer gets increased, and due to that electrons, the channel is enhanced between the two heavily doped N region, and due to which the drain current it starts flowing, and the voltage at which the drain current starts flowing, that voltage is nothing but the threshold voltage. Now if you observe in this graph, then the drain current it starts flowing after the VT or after the threshold voltage. And the second characteristics indicates the drain characteristics. The drain characteristics is the graph of VDS versus ID, where VDS is the voltage between the drain and source and IDS is the drain current. Now the drain characteristics has been divided into three regions. First one is cutoff region, second one is saturation region, and third one is ohmic region or non-saturation region. Now what is cutoff region? In cutoff region, your drain current, that is ID, is remains equals to 0. Now when our VGS is less than that of your threshold voltage, or when our gate to source voltage is less than that of our threshold voltage, then our observation is that the drain current equals to 0, and when the drain current equals to 0, then our MOSFET will work in cutoff region. Then the second region is the saturation region. The saturation region is the portion of the characteristics where ID remains fairly constant and does not change with the change in VDS. Means our drain current is totally depends on the variation of the VGS, and this saturation is entirely different than that of the saturation in the transistor, because in order to use our e-MOSFET as an amplifier, our MOSFET should be is in saturation region. But in case of your transistor, when our transistor is in active region, then we can use our transistor as an amplifier. That is the main difference between our transistor and the MOSFET. And third region is the ohmic region, or it is also called as a non-saturation region. Now in this region, the drain current, that is ID, varies with the variation of the drain to source voltage, and it doesn't depends on the value of your VGS. That's why the MOSFET is said to be operating as an voltage variable resistance, that is VVR, in ohmic region, and it is equivalent to closed switch in this region. Thank you. Now let's see the next type of MOSFET, that is P-channel e-MOSFET. Now figure shows the construction diagram of the P-channel e-MOSFET. Now the construction or the working of P-channel e-MOSFET is exactly opposite to the N-channel e-MOSFET. Here two heavily doped P-type materials are used, and in between two heavily doped P-type material, channel is absent, and the substrate is used, that is N-type substrate. And second picture shows the symbolic representation of the P-channel e-MOSFET. Now this shows the working of or the operation of the P-channel e-MOSFET. Again, the objective for this topic is also same, to enhance the channel between two heavily doped P-type semiconductor material. Now here, to enhance the channel between two heavily doped P-type semiconductor material, our VGS as well as VDS are negative. As VGS and VDS are negative, then due to this what will happen, the electrons will attract, or the negative charge ion will attract towards the SiO2 layer, and due to these electrons, channel will induce in two p-type semiconductor materials, and due to which the drain current, that is ID, will start flow from drain to source, exactly opposite to the N channel. Now the P channel e-MOSFET characteristics. Now picture shows the P-channel e-MOSFET characteristics. It is exactly mirror image of the N-channel e-MOSFET characteristics. Now first graph shows the transfer characteristics, while the second graph shows the drain characteristics. Now the drain current increases with the increase in the negative gate to source voltage, because our VGS is negative. Means when your VGS is negative and it goes on increasing, then our drain current, it starts flows through the drain to source. And the transfer characteristics, it is exactly mirror image of the N channel enhancement type of MOSFET, or N channel e-MOSFET. Now here the drain current, that is ID, remains 0 up to the voltage, that is VGS is less than VT, and increase as negative VGS becomes greater than that of the threshold voltage. Then the drain current, it starts flowing through the MOSFET. Means the working of your P channel e-MOSFET is exactly opposite to the working of your N channel e-MOSFET. Now advantages and disadvantages. Which are the different advantages? First, very high input resistance, then the better thermal stability, then the small size, and it can operate at very high frequency. These are the various advantages of the MOSFET. Similarly, which are the different disadvantages? First, high input capacitance, then it requires more power loss in the device, then handling precautions are required to be followed. These are the various disadvantages of the MOSFET. Thank you.